Hello and welcome to Code Interactive YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be making my own portfolio website using the Manon portfolio and agency theme. So here is our theme, Manon, and here is the variety of home pages that come with this theme. Today, I'm going to be making a website using the portfolio minimal homepage. So let's get started. I'm going to head over to my dashboard. I have already installed the theme, but now I have to import the content so I can use it as a starting point for creating my website. To import the content, head over to Manon Options and click on Import. Okay, here you get to specify the import type that you want to use. I'm going to click on All and import all the content, widgets, and options, and I'm also going to select Yes to import all media files. Now that we're all set, I'm going to click on Import and hold on for a couple of minutes until all the data is imported. Okay, now that the import is completed, I'm going to head back to my dashboard, which is essentially the control panel for your entire website. I'm going to turn this off. And the first thing we're going to do is head to Pages because we want to find the page that we will be working on, and that is the Portfolio Minimal Home. Okay, so here is the list of all the pages that came with the demo. As you can see, we have 5 pages of pages. You can delete all the pages that you don't want to use, or you can leave them. It's up to you. I'm going to type in the name of my page. Search pages. Okay, here it is. So this is the back end of my page. I'm going to turn this off too. And this is what my page looks like. Okay, as you can see, this page now looks exactly like the one in the demo. So what we're going to do is we're going to customize it so that it fits our own website. But before we proceed with customization, I'm going to set this page as my home page. So it becomes the first page and the first location that visitors come to when they navigate to my site. To do that, I'm going to go to Settings and click on Reading. Okay, here you have the choice between setting your homepage to display your latest posts or a static page, which is what we are going to select. We just need to select the homepage that we want to use. Here it is, Portfolio Minimal, and we are going to save changes. Okay, now let's go back. See, now it says front page, so it's clear that this is now my front page or my home page. The next thing I want to do is change its title. I'm going to change it to my homepage for easier navigation. And remember, every change you make in the backend, don't forget to click on Update if you want it to take effect. Okay, now we're ready to start customizing my homepage, and I'm going to start at Manon Options and click on General. Okay, here under general options, you get to choose the font settings. You can pick the font family and font style and weight and so on. I'm going to leave the fonts alone. I'm not going to change anything, but what I am going to change is the page background color right here. To change it, simply click on Select Color. I'm going to type in my color. Okay, and click on Save Changes. Now that my changes are saved, I'm going to refresh my page. And here it is. My page now has a brand new background color. And the next thing that I want to change here is obviously the logo. Here we have the Manon logo, and I'm going to add my own. So I'm going to head back, and while we're still in Manon options, I'm going to click on Logo. Here you have the option of hiding the logo altogether if you don't want to use it on your website. And here you get to upload your own logo images. The general recommendation is to upload a separate image file for each of these different versions of the logo. For the mobile, for the sticky, light, and dark version, I'm just going to upload the default logo, which is going to be applied throughout my website. Click on Upload. And this opens the media library. All these are the files that came with the demo content. I'm not going to use any of that. I'm going to upload my own. So I'm clicking on Upload Files and clicking on Select Files to pick a file from my computer. Another general recommendation and best practice is to always upload a logo image that is 2 times the size of what it appears on the website because you want it to display well on all devices. Now that the logo image is uploaded, click on Select Image, and here it is. Now WordPress prompts us to save our changes, and let's refresh the page. Here it is, our brand new logo right here. While we're here in this area, I want to change this text, this loading title right here that currently says Manon. I'm going to set it so it says something else. For that, I'm going to go to Page Settings. I can click on Edit Page right here. I'm going to scroll down. Remember that page settings are the settings that only apply to that particular page, while the settings that you make under Manon options will apply to all pages throughout your website. And here under loading title, where it currently says Manon, I'm going to type in design. And I'm also going to specify the loading title font size. In my case, it's going to be 28 viewport width. Depending on the number of letters you're going to use, it can be a higher or a lower number. I'm clicking on Update to save these changes, and I'm going to click on View Page to see if it took effect. Perfect, now it says Design instead of Manon. Except that now that I look at these letters, I am not really satisfied with this outline color here. I don't feel like it fits my design and my background color. So I'm going to change it. I'm going to head back. I'm going to head back to edit the page. And again, here under loading title outline color, I'm going to pick a color that I want to use. And note that you can also change the loading title fill color to change the color altogether. I'm going to leave it at black, but I will change the outline color. Don't forget to update. Okay, I'm going to click on View Page. And yes, from what it looks like here, yes, it's a color that fits much better with the background of my page. So moving on, the next thing that I want to customize is the header. The header is the uppermost part of your page. And to customize it, I'm going to go back to Manon Options and click on Header. Okay, so here, as you can see, the first thing we notice is the choice of several available header types. So we have the minimal header, we have the standard header, which is highlighted, and that is the header that we are using right now. We have the vertical right header, and we have the regular vertical header type. Moving on through the options, here you get to set the header type that you want to customize. In our case, it is the standard. And the next thing that we can set here is the header behavior. Now, header behavior refers to what happens to the header when the user scrolls your page. Available options include fixed on scroll, no behavior, stick and scroll up, and stick and scroll up and down. Fixed on scroll means that the header is going to stay put, whereas no behavior means that the header will not show when the users scroll up and down. And that's the one that we are going to choose. So I'm going to select no behavior and save my changes. Moving on, next here we have the setting for the header skin. Currently it is set to default. I'm going to leave it at that, but I'm just going to show you the other options, and those are light and dark. Currently the dark one is the default, and it is always recommended to use the dark header skin if you have a lighter background, and vice versa. Next, we can turn the top bar on and off. I'm going to leave it at no. And then we have some menu area style settings, which I'm going to skip. We also have customization options for the vertical right opener style if you opted for that particular kind of header, skewed section, and so on. Here you can customize your sticky header if that is the one that you decided to use. You also have the options for the fixed header. Here are some main menu general settings. I am going to just scroll down and leave these as they are because I don't want to change anything in their design. And that's it. So basically all the changes to the header are set right here, and the changes that you make here in the general options are going to apply throughout your site, which means on all of your pages. Now, if you want to make specific changes to your individual pages, you're going to use the page settings. Okay, back to our page. The next thing that I want to talk about here is the menu. I'm going to change the menu items, and to do that I'm heading over to appearance and clicking on menus. Okay, because this theme comes with a choice of several available menus that are used on the site, the first thing to do is select a menu that you want to edit. In my case, it's going to be main menu navigation. Click on select. So here is my main menu. As you can see, we have home, pages, portfolio, and so on. We have a lot of items. So what I'm going to do, instead of customizing and deleting each of them individually, I'm just going to go ahead and delete this menu entirely and then create a menu of my own. Click OK. And this menu is now gone. Yes. So I'm just going to click on create a new menu. And the first thing to do is give it a name. I'm going to call it my menu. Click on create menu. And here it is. I'm going to specify the display location, which means where this menu is going to be displayed. I'm going to select main navigation. And again, I'm going to click on save menu. Okay, now is the time to actually add menu items. And to do this, I'm going to use this column to the left. So here, under pages, you can pick any page you want and add it to your menu, but note that in addition to pages, you can also add posts, custom links, categories, WooCommerce endpoints, and so on. Okay, the first item that I want to have in my main navigation menu is the home page. I'm going to click on view all. And here it is, my home page. I'm going to click on add to menu. When you click on add to menu, this item appears here to the right. The next page I want to add is about us. And I also want to add the contact us page. Just check the box next to the page you want to add and click on add to menu. And here they are. I'm also going to add gallery. And finally, I want to add shop. You can just click on this search tab here and type in the name of the page you're looking for. Okay, it's called Manon Shop. I'm going to click on Add to Menu. Now the next thing I want to do is change the names of these items or the labels. So instead of my home page, I'm going to set it to say Home. Okay, and I'm also going to rename the Manon Shop page and just leave it at Shop. Okay, that's it. I'm going to click on Save Menu. And let's check out our page and see our new menu. Okay, here they are. Home, About Me, Contact Us, Gallery, and Shop. I'm just gonna go back for a second and show you one thing. Let's say that you want the Contact Us page to be a second level navigation item that is located underneath the About Me. So what you need to do is just drag it and drop it a little bit to the right, like this. So it now becomes the sub item. Click on Save Menu. Let's check it out. Okay, so now we have 4 menu items, and when you hover on About Me, you can find the Contact Us page. I'm going to go back and just put it back as it was. Save menu. Okay, that's it. I'm just gonna go back to my page, refresh, and show you something else. So we said we had several different menus available with this theme. This is one of them, the main navigation menu. But we also have the side area menu, which is open by clicking on this button here. So we have this menu too. And if you want, you can place some different menu items here, which is precisely what I'm going to do. Back in menus, I'm going to select the side area menu. Click on select. And here it is. I'm going to delete all these items except for blog. I'm going to keep that one. Okay, so now my side area menu has just one item. I'm going to add a couple more pages. I'm going to add the Our Team page. I'm going to add testimonials. And I'm going to add privacy. Here they are. Okay, I'm just going to rename privacy policy to just say privacy. Okay, that's it. And then I want to add another item, but I don't have any pages that I want to add to the menu at this point. But what I do want to add is a custom link. Like I said, in addition to pages, your menu can also contain posts, categories, and custom links. Custom links option basically means that you can add any link you want to your menu by entering the URL here. I'm just going to put a hashtag here, and the link text is going to be basically your navigation label. So let's say I want to add a link to the website of our partner agency or something like that. Let's have it say partners. Obviously, you are going to put the correct URL of the page you want to link here. I'm clicking on Add to Menu, and here it is. I'm saving my menu, and let's refresh the page and see what it looks like now. Okay, everything looks fine except that I want to have this text above my other items as well. So I'm going back. And what you're going to do now is go to the top of the page, click on Screen Options, and check the box that says Description because it belongs to the Advanced Menu Properties. You can close the screen options. Now, when you open each of these, it's going to have this new description field. The blog one is the menu item that we kept from the demo, so it already has the text. I'm just going to go ahead and add the text to the remainder of the items here. Under our team, I'm going to write Meet Our Crew. Okay, under testimonials, I'm going to type in what people say. Here under privacy, I'm just going to have it say our privacy policy. And the description for the partners can be something like who we work with. Okay, save your menu. And let's head over to our website and refresh the page. Okay, let's open our menu. Okay, it looks great now. Moving on, the next thing that I want to customize here are these social icons here. You can use this to place links for your various social media profiles and pages. And to do that, let's head back to our backend and go to widgets. Still under appearance, we are going to click on widgets, which will open a list of all the available widgets that came with this theme. To the left and to the right, the list of all the available widget areas. Widget areas are basically the locations on your website where you can place the widgets of your choice simply by dragging and dropping them in the desired place, and you can also create your own custom widget areas. The widget area that we're looking for now is the content side area. When we expand it, we see that it contains Manon social icon widgets, 4 of them. The first one is for Behance. This one is for Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. So what I want to do, let's say I want to add an Instagram social icon. Okay, so I'm going to look for the Manon social icon widget in the list to the left. Here it is. So I'm simply going to drag it and drop it right here. Okay, I'm going to pick the icon. I want it to be Instagram, so here it is. And again, you're going to place a link of your own. I'm going to click on Save and on Done and refresh my page to see if it took effect correctly. Perfect, here it is. As you can see, my Instagram social icon is now right here. Okay, moving on. Now that we took care of the top part of our page, we're going to scroll down to the footer. Okay, as you can see, Manon comes with this beautifully designed footer. And now I'm going to head over to Manon options, where some of the footer settings are located. Okay, some of the options include placing the footer in grid. It is currently set to yes, and I'm going to leave it at that. The uncovering footer option is set to no. And this is the option to show the footer border That is the semicircle that you saw in the footer, and that is the part that makes my footer so beautiful. So I'm going to set it to yes, because I want to have it on all of my pages. If you want to disable the footer border for your individual pages, you can do so in the page settings. Okay, I'm going to click here to save my changes. So now all of my pages will have the footer border or the circle that figures on top of the footer. Next up, we have the show footer top option. It is set to yes, and the footer top is actually the part that we saw. And we also have the footer bottom part here. The footer bottom is not something that I want to enable, but just so you know, you have that option as well. The footer bottom is located right below the footer top section. Okay, the next thing that I want to do regarding the footer is to go to widgets. And here you can see the designated widget areas for the footer. We have 4 footer top widget areas and 3 footer bottom widget areas, which are of course currently empty. The only widget area that contains a widget right now is the footer top column 1. So it consists of the navigation menu, a separator widget, some text, and another separator widget. So this is the menu, this is the separator, this is the text, and the second separator is invisible because it doesn't have any width or thickness. It is just there to provide some extra space. So I'm going to open the navigation menu. And here under select menu, you can pick the menu that you want to use. I'm going to click on footer custom menu, which is the same menu that was used originally. You can click on done. And now I'm going to head over to my menus. Here, the footer custom menu is already selected. I just want to show you that you're going to add, remove, or change the footer menu items the same way we did for the main navigation menu. So you can pick the pages, posts, or custom links, or whatever you want from the left, and simply add it to the menu. So I'm not going to touch anything right here. For now, I'm going to leave the menu items as they are. I am, however, going to go back to my footer widget to change this text here. You can add a title. We're going to leave it blank as it was originally, and you can change this text here. I'm going to delete this and type in email@website.com. Click on save. I'm going to click on done, and that's it as far as my footer is concerned. I'm just going to refresh my page. Okay, my new text is here. The menu items are the same because I didn't change them. And that's it. Now notice this back to top button here. It's very convenient because clicking on it, the users get sent to the top of the page instead of having to scroll. Personally, I'm going to leave this button, but in case you want to remove it, just for this page, just go to page settings. And we're going to look for the show back to top button right here. It is set to default and the default is yes. If you want to disable it, just click on no. We're not going to touch this, and this is just for this particular page. If you want to disable the back to top button for your entire website, you're going to do it under Manon options general. But again, this is not something that I recommend you do, especially if you have very long pages with a lot of portfolio items. It's always a good and convenient thing to have to offer to your users to simply click on the button instead of scrolling up. Okay, now that we have taken care of some of the basic stylization and customization settings for our homepage, it's time to move on to our actual portfolio. So our homepage is essentially a list of various portfolio items, and each of them, when clicked, takes us to the portfolio item or portfolio single page. As you can see, it contains some additional images and additional information. Manon is a theme that comes with a really wide selection of different portfolio single styles. We have something like this, for example. Here we have a slider with some text and information next to it. Or we have something like this. a nice layout with big images in line, and the text is located below the images at the bottom. So the choice is completely yours. I'm just going to jump to the demo site for a second and show you that you can also create your own custom singles, which can look and work any way that you see fit. You can basically go crazy here. So this is very interesting. Or perhaps something like this. This is the kind of single that you can perhaps use for a case study. So you can use the pre-existing layouts or create your custom ones. Okay, so let's go to the back end of this page. Okay, the portfolio list is added using this portfolio list shortcode. To edit it, just click on this little pencil here, and it will open a list of settings, which we are going to get back to once we actually add our own portfolio items. I'm going to close it for now and head over to Manon Portfolio. Okay, here as you can see, you have the option of adding a new portfolio item, and there are also categories and tags. I'm clicking on portfolio categories. As you can see, this is a list of some of the categories that came with the demo. You can delete the ones that you don't want to use or simply add new ones. To delete, simply check the box next to the category and click on delete. And to add a new category, just assign it a name. For example, I'm going to add fashion. You can select the parent portfolio category. If you want, for example, fashion to be a child category under art or something like that, I'm not going to use that. And I'm just going to click on add new portfolio category. So as you can see, the new categories that you create are displayed on top. I'm going to keep the rest of them. Let's take a quick look to portfolio tags. There are no tags currently. If you want, you can add tags such as contemporary, for example. Simply click on add new portfolio tag, and this way you can add as many tags as you want. Now that I have taken care of categories and tags, it's time to add my brand new first portfolio item. I'm clicking on add new. The first thing to do is to add a title to your portfolio item. I'm going to type in Black Sea, and I'm immediately going to hit publish. Every subsequent change that you're going to make sure to click on update if you want them to take effect. The next thing I want to do is to assign a category to my portfolio item. I'm going to click on concept, and I'm also going to click on photography. You can add a tag, and also bear in mind that you can also add your categories right here simply by clicking on add new portfolio category. That way, if you think of a new category that you want to assign to this item, you don't have to go back to categories. You can simply use this button here and do the same for tags. You can choose from the list of most used tags. Since we only have one, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to proceed and add a featured image, which is the image that is going to appear on the list. I'm going to upload my own image, clicking on select files. I'm going to use this one. Once it's uploaded, click on set featured image. I'm now going to scroll down to the settings. And the first thing I'm going to do is specify the portfolio type. Here you have the choice of all the available portfolio layouts, and I'm going to go with portfolio images. I'm going to scroll up a bit right here where it says Edge Portfolio Images Multiple Upload to upload additional images that are going to appear in my portfolio single page. Click on Upload. As you can see, it already contains my featured image, so I'm going to remove it. And I'm going to upload some brand new files from my computer. Okay, these are my 3 images for my single. And click on Update Gallery. Okay, I'm going to update my page. And let's see what it looks like now with the images. Okay, the images are here. And I'm going to proceed with the creation of this page. So we have added the images, we have added the featured image. We have set the portfolio type, and now we're going to add some additional portfolio sidebar items. Now click on Add New Item, and here you can specify the item title. Just to let you know what it means by item, I'm going to go to the demo site for a quick second. Okay, by items, we mean this, client and designers. So I'm going to head back. The item title can say client. And here under item text, you can enter your client's name. I'm going to type in Code Interactive. And here, if you want to put a link to this text, you can enter the URL here. I'm going to add a new item with a title that says designer. The item text can be the name of the designers who worked on this, for instance, Derek Jones. And that's it. I won't be needing any additional items. Let's update. Okay, another thing that I wanted to point out at this point is that here in the editor, you can put the text that you want to appear alongside your images. Right now, I'm going to refresh. Okay, so we have the client, we have the designer, we have the date, we have some social icons, but we don't have any text, so I'm going to head back and put some lorem ipsum text just to show you what it will look like once it's there. Okay, I'm just going to add some lorem ipsum text here. Click on Update. Let's check it out. And the text appeared right here. Okay, there is another thing that I wanted to talk to you about here, and that is the padding. Okay, see right here where it says padding for masonry, you can add some top, bottom, left, and right padding for the single, and which will define the way that your single will appear on the list. Okay, for instance, as you can see, this item here has a little bit of padding here on top and a little bit to the left and right. So I'm going to do something like that, and you can do the same with your portfolio singles. By adding different values of padding, you can define the way that you want your items to be arranged on the page. You can type it in right here, and you can use percentages and pixels. Okay, and I'm updating again. Back at our website, as you can see, the item that we have just added is not here, but if we click on more, we will see that it appears right here at the bottom. Before I rearrange this and other things, I'm going to head back and add some more portfolio items of my own and then delete the ones that came with the demo. Okay, so I have now created some 15 portfolio singles of my own. And as you can see, I have also deleted the portfolio items that came with the demo. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh my page to see my brand new portfolio items. Here they are. Everything looks great. Okay, I'm just going to go to the back end of this page for a quick second to show you something. Okay, so earlier we talked about this portfolio list shortcode, so I'm just going to open it for a second and show you that I have set the shortcode to display all my categories. Here where it says one category portfolio list, you can simply click and start typing the name of your category that you want to display in case you want the list to display the items from one category alone. For example, let's say fashion. Okay, so you simply click on this and save changes, except I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it empty. If you leave it empty, the shortcode is going to create a list that displays all your categories. And another thing that I wanted to show you is that here you can set the order of the list according to the date, ID, menu order, post name, and so on. And you can also set it to be ascending or descending. In addition, you can also set the number of portfolios per page, set the space between items, whether it's going to be any, and if it's going to be big, small, tiny, huge, and so on. You can set the number of columns, set the click behavior, whether you want to open portfolio single pages on click or in pretty photo, and so on. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I have now created my personal portfolio website using the Manon WordPress theme. As we saw, this theme comes with a lot of options for creating a great looking portfolio and for showcasing your best work. I would like to thank you for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please feel free to leave us a comment in the comment box below. Also, check out the description of this video for some useful links, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.